My name is Nonat, and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. In the last episode, we returned to Oleg's, we bought some much-needed upgrades, and survived an incredibly difficult random encounter, and we actually found some proof of what the Stag Lord might be trying to do right now, meaning burning down an old, abandoned hut way up here north of the Thorn River. And today, we're not concerned about any of that. In fact, today we're going to do a lot of cleanup in this area. This is going to be one of the first episodes where I will outright say we are not getting main story progress done. We're going to be filling out the map here, we're going to be finding new locations we can visit, and we're going to be visiting some of the locations I've ignored. Especially because we're already so close to a level up, and we're not exactly pressed for time right now. I think
Once
this is
they killed a whole herd of mammoths, but our camp was too far away. So I tied their trunks together and dragged them home for 2 days.
Those must have been tiny mammoths, the size of squirrels.
Lindsay, I don't think you know what mammoth means. Mammoth is often used as an interchangeable word for large or big or not squirrel-sized. But I think this is a great place. We're so close to leveling up that I think by going through all these side locations, we'll be able to get some experience and hit that tasty level 4. We walked across the heath for a long time, yet no sight sprang up before our eyes. By turns, we discovered a verdant lowland with several near-about springs streaming down behind another hillside. And then, in the distance, in the center of the lowland among the bush, there stood a single dry tree. A true giant. Its magnificent outline resembled an animal's paw clawing at the sky. But what was truly remarkable, the flat landscape was dotted by mysterious, dark humps. They were piled about the height of a man and scattered about in abundance. Let's explore this lowland. The further we trekked, the softer the land became. Step by step, heath grass gave way to moss, low-growing shrubs and ferns, and then sloshy puddles of stinky swamp water. The muddy ground sucked at our feet, and soon our party was jumping from hassock to hassock. Finally, we reached the first group of mysterious humps and learned they were no mere hills, but dugout dwellings. We moved with great care toward the center of the lowland, and there the real swamp began. On the way toward the mysterious giant tree, we saw the foggy outline of another hut, this one much bigger and surrounded by small clay statues. Let's look a little bit closer. Inside the dugout were frowsy and dark. Inside, the dugouts were frowsy and dark, darker than holes and filled with absolute desolation. There were no windows in these mud walls, no furniture or other homely items except for the odd piece of tattered wicker. But every dwelling had a large hollow dug right in the center of the dirt floor, like a fire pit, but taking up the greater part of the space. They were filled with standing water and reeked beyond description. Let's move toward that tall tree. We walked slowly, carefully choosing our way, keeping to drier ground as much as possible. But the further we went, the more difficult it became, and soon we were wading waist-deep through the cattails. Frogs croaked loudly as we peered anxiously into the cloudy water, struggling to make out the shadows that flitted along the bottom. Suddenly, Jarell staggered, spit out an oath, and flailed her arms. She made a wrong step, and unable to pull her foot out, she called out loudly and began to sink into the vile green slush. I have a 0 athletics. Hey, somebody help me! It has often been said that the fool in haste takes the slowest path. In the commotion, one of us slipped and went under the vile water, and another tripped against him, then grabbed the third as not to fall and drag him down. And meanwhile, poor Jarell just stood there, sinking ever deeper as we floundered. Plus 10 fortitude. Let's go! We managed to get back on solid ground, though we feared for Jarell, who'd swallowed some of the swamp water. 18 experience points. The insatiable bog gurgled hungrily after us, but we didn't look back. Sodden and weary, we finally made it back to solid ground, and a palace of sorts rose before our eyes. A spacious hut made of mud like the rest, but decorated with pebbles, bones, cattail spikes, and snail shells. In front of the palace was a wide and shallow reservoir. Its green water reflected the leaves of huge ferns and primitive clay figurines. The buzzing of gnats was nearly deafening. We were not far to the center of the swamp, and a firm and steady path led there through the thick bushes. At its end, that tall, dry tree stretched mightily upwards. But let's examine these figurines, huh? Let's go! Goggle eyes, flat heads with no necks, ears, or chins. Ugly, long legs, unnaturally bent. These sculptures could only be the work of boggards. Primitive, cruel boggard tribes had inhabited the swamps of Garund and Avestan since the olden days. Pitiless to others and to each other, they were led by the darker instincts of their insane priest kings. They are known to grow young fry in the pools inside the houses. So we're in the middle of a boggard breeding ground. Like, there's no boggards around, but judging by the fact that there are pools of water in huts, I'm guessing there's like eggs and tadpoles inside. Let's look inside. The palace was twice the height of the other huts, and its entrance was wide enough that 3 could walk abreast. The walls were decorated, and an unknown builder had scratched drawings in the clay while it was wet. The faded scrawl depicted huge amphibians devouring smaller figures, some frog-headed, others not. 3 of the 4 rooms boasted large holes filled with water, just like the other dwellings, though here there were steps descending into them, cut into the dirt. In the furthest room, we found equipment decorating the walls: leather armor, spears, clubs. To our surprise, a number of items were well preserved. The hut was clearly deserted, so we felt no shame in taking a short sword, a leather armor, and 137 gold coins. So it's like 150 bucks, not bad. Let's move forward! It was ever so lovely to walk once again along the well-trodden path. Our soaked clothes imagined being dry, and our mood at once lifted. The bushes that bordered the path seemed to wave at us amiably, with their juicy green leaves and shiny bright red berries. A fresh wind puffed away the rotten smell, and it finally felt like the swamp might be nearly behind us. But then the wind stopped blowing, and the thorny branches continued to move, and we heard a loud shout! Haram, who was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling wall of green filling in the path behind us. The surrounding thicket was coming to life. Its branches reached out with a soft, swishing sound. Drops of sap oozed from their thorns, gleaming in the emerald dusk. The path was disappearing. There was no way back, and the clear space ahead was closing. We got strength +3, mobility +3, waving torches. I don't think we have torches. Strength +3! I rolled a 6. Alas, we'd merely wasted precious moments. No matter how many grasping green shoots we cut, more only grew in their place. The only thing left was to run for our lives. Green walls closed in around us, branches grabbed at our sleeves, wicked thorns scratched our hands, and our faces burned with acidic sap. Roots tangled our feet, and our blood fell on the leaves, but with great effort we broke away at last from the grasping green. Finally, after what seemed an endless trek, we came upon the gigantic, dry tree that had so intrigued us from the beginning. Lo and behold, we saw an idol cut in its trunk, a huge, horned, 3-eyed toad. Its googly eyes made it look both cruel and dumb. Almost idiotic. Kinda rude, okay. Its muzzle hung half open, sharp-toothed with several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed from the corners of its mouth. Let's go, Haram! Boom, there could be no doubt. This was Gogunta, master of the great swamp in the demon abyss. But what is this? While we were examining the idol, a large, bright blue dragonfly came out of a hollow in the tree and sat invitingly on the very tip of one of our noses. It was so remarkably strange. It didn't react to our movements and seemed content to remain where it sat. I like to imagine it's on Haram's nose, and he's kind of trying not to freak out. He's just like, is this Grotus? Grotus, is this your messenger? Are you here to tell me that the insect plague has begun? Oh god, you can eat it? Oh! We should if it's evil, we should destroy it. Clearly, we could not leave such an obscenity unscathed. We drew our swords and slashed at the wooden face, and from it oozed black, sticky blood. We heard a great clap of thunder, and a thick fog arose from nowhere. The birds screamed furiously. More thunder soon followed, and with each strike, the sky grew darker and darker. Soon, we couldn't see the sun through the fog. The air shuddered again, and it was still thunder. Or was it the creaky voice of a monstrous toad? Still, our iron blades dug deep into the blood-soaked wood, and at last the idol was smashed into splinters. The fog cleared away, the silence descended. Suddenly we realized that every frog in the swamp had gone quiet. We turned almost with a sigh of relief, and saw that the flesh-eating bush had withered away. Satisfied with a job well done, we returned to where we'd come from. Okay. Took some owie damage, but we got like 100 or something experience. We are cursed. Oh boy. Yeah, we got like 100 experience. -2 constitution. That sucks. And I'm sickened for 2 days? Ugh. It's okay, that won't affect my summons. Before we go in, let's do us a rest. I don't know if this is gonna remove the curse.
I am writing a song about Guy Chazer de Lambert. He inspires me.
You sound a bit smitten. I preferred large lovers when my heart still beat for such trysts. Wasn't there a large axe-wielding Kelid that you mentioned? Now he sounds delicious, if you know what I mean.
Damn, Jathal! Alright, learning more and more about you. Okay. I mean, that means I'm never ever gonna be Jathal's type, because I am a small, pale, lanky man. Oh god, there's more. Didn't we already have this dream? Jump out the window! Kicking out the window, Jarell jumped out into the darkness. An arrow hit her shoulder, and she heard laughter and shouts of triumph. She surged forward to the rope bridge. Reaching the middle of the river, Jarell cast a glance back and noticed that a young man wearing an antlered helm cut one of the ropes with an axe. The bridge began to collapse as its ropes twisted and snapped. And we got the hoarse whisper of our name again, which means I'm exhausted again! I don't care. We're going in. Jarell's useless. It's fine. Jarell doesn't do anything anyway. She just summons dogs and watches. I had that dream twice. I didn't reload or anything between episodes. That's so weird that we had it twice. All right. Let's move. Hello. 5 coins to cross the river. Interesting. It appears these posts once held a rope bridge, and now they don't. Almost like somebody who, I don't know, maybe they were in an antlered helm, cut one of the ropes. The small house burnt down a dozen years ago. While I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to do this.
I've been told if someone annoys you, you either pray or polish your armor. It is why my armor gleams as it does.
Oh well. Is there anything in here? Aha! Big eyes. I got a potion of resist cold and a bunch of money. Cool.
Godspeed.
Not bad. Also, that used to be a... What? Oh, more treasure. More treasure. Oh, another ring of protection. Holy cow. Go ahead and give that one to Jathal. Oh my god. Huge. +1 AC to just like everybody. That's amazing.
A rest.
All right.
Would be welcome.
Oh god, everyone's fatigued. The corpse's face is bloated from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth is so foul that your eyes begin to water. The hand clutching a sinister-looking spear is covered with scabs. Suddenly you feel faint, as if a cold, wet hand is placed heavy on top of your head. Wet hair sticks to skin, and trickles of icy cold water run down your face and shirt. A hoarse whisper rises inside your head. There you are. Jathal winces in disgust. So it was you sending me the nightmares? Gurgling, deep-chested laughter pierces your skull, clouding your vision and flooding your ears. All else becomes muffled as if you're trapped underwater. You shake your head to cast off the apparition. What exactly do you want from me? You see a vision of a man wearing an antlered helm. You hear a muffled groan, and the helm drops to the ground with a loud thud. Your hands are covered with hot blood. Too much blood. Death to the Stag Lord. Don't you hate it when someone asks you to do something you were gonna do anyway? Makes me want to do nothing, just to spite them. Why must I be the one to do it? You feel invisible fingers, cold as stone, draw aside a wet strand of hair from your forehead. No, I don't think he can do it himself. He's dead, Jarell. Very well. I shall meet your vengeance upon the Stag Lord. The drowned man, who'd been sitting motionless, nods his head. Come later. Take the spear. Oh, we're so close to a level up! 88 experience, come on! And I do believe that is all there is to find here, unfortunately. Very, very small map, because the bridge is out, you see. So, alright. We got another side quest started, and that side quest is kill the Stag Lord. You know, that thing we were on our way to do, and we're gonna do anyway. But now we get extra experience for doing it. Yeah, I know, you're so tired, but you're not exhausted, so we're gonna keep moving. We'll be fine. Let's look around this way. The Two Rivers Field. You know what? Sounds like a party. I don't know what's ahead. I really hate this Curse of Feeble Body. It's lowering our max health, but we will go ahead and buff up here. Just to be safe. Let's go! Oh! I see a red person's outline. That means we're gonna murder them. Do it.
You cannot stand against
Kill them! They're fighting a dog! Oh no, he's dead. Like, I know that was the plan, but that still seemed very... Oh, I'm so sorry.
This is where I step in.
Bye. Good fight, y'all. Really glad we buffed up hard for that. I don't think the Bogger drops anything worthwhile. Nah, just 1 gold. Oh my goodness, there's more. You know what? We're getting close to needing to rest again. Let's just go ahead and knock this out easy. Let's do this the easy way. I don't even know if I need to... There we go. Ta-da!
Yes.
Hi-ya! We will prevail.
Cool. Go on, get him! Mess him up!
overcome.
Oh, I still have my knife out. That's why Jarell's being weird. I have my knife. Also... You know what? Let's go ahead and use this level 1 magic missile because we've got all the charges for it. Pew! Nice! It worked! Easy fight. Alright. Is that a level up? Yeah! Alright. Big fatty level up. Welcome to the rest of the video, ladies and gentlemen. Because we've got 6 characters to level up, and we've already been recording for like 15 minutes, so this will probably be the rest of today's video. But it's also like my favorite part of the game. So let's go, Jaethal! Going straight up in Fighter. Someone did mention I should probably give Jaethal some extra levels in Inquisitor because that'll give her more spell casting to heal herself. And she would get Cunning Initiative, which will give her a much better initiative in combat, which isn't bad. You know, she's got, I believe, a decent Wisdom score. Biggest complaint with this game, by the way, that you can't check your stats while leveling up. Yeah, that'll give her an extra +3 to initiative. That's not bad. It'll hold her back a little bit as a fighter. And instead, she would get bonus damage, which is actually really nice. Oh, like 3 bonus damage per attack. Or let's take the initiative. We're still at the point of the game where hitting someone first and hitting more accurately is so much more important than hitting for 3 extra damage, you know? Hitting someone first means you get to deal your damage before them, and if you kill them, that means they don't get to deal their damage at all, which is massive. We're going to go ahead and give Jaethal a point of strength here, and upgrade her perception, religion. I don't think she needs persuasion. Doesn't need arcana either. Athletics, definitely. And let's give her trickery. Let's get someone else besides Lindsay who has a chance to open locks. And then we can get her a new one. We could get her Shield of Faith. I don't think I'm going to be using these for anything besides inflict wounds. I'll get Shield of Faith just in case. But very nice. A little bit of extra initiative for Jaethal. Valerie, we're going farther into Sorcerer, baby. Pump that Charisma up to 16 and give us our Arcana, Athletics, and Religion. Wait, why religion? Why does she have 2? Why did I put points in religion? What am I doing? Give her use magic device. I think I'm going to take Touch of Gracelessness. This could actually come in clutch. It's a touch spell, so a lot of spellcasters don't really get to use it much. But I'm thinking, if we're in the middle of a fight with an enemy with a really high armor class, Touch of Gracelessness could reduce it by 2 or 3 points, making a world of difference. Wonderful. And we get dragon resistances. So we get 5 resist against cold and a +1 natural armor bonus, baby. Huge. Next up, we have Amiri getting another level in Slayer and finally getting that spicy sneak attack. As long as she's flanking, which she's gonna be flanking, she's gonna get an extra 1d6 damage on all attacks. And I think I'll give her a point of dexterity here for the armor class. That's huge. She's still only wearing medium armor, so the dexterity is going to be helpful. Let's go ahead and give her mobility, athletics, nature, and perception. Beautiful, simple, easy level up. Lindsay, getting her final... Nope, we still got 2 more levels of freebooter to go because we want to get Lindsay her freebooter's bond before we go all in on Bard. But we do get a ranger... Nope, we get a favorite terrain. I thought that was a talent. She's also getting an upgrade. We're going to put this one into dexterity for her because I just want her to be a super accurate ranged attacker. Trickery, stealth, persuasion, and we'll go ahead and give her perception, and let's just bump up that perception. The more people we have looking around, the better. And for favorite terrain, we're going to go ahead and go with a secret option. It might show up in menus later, but I don't want to reveal my pick because it will 100% spoil things from the future of the game, so I don't want to show off what I picked. But if you've played Kingmaker before, you know what I picked. Harem! This is probably going to be super unexciting. Level 4 Cleric. You get a point of... I'm almost tempted to give him Constitution. There's so many wisdom buffing items in this game, but there's also con buffing items. But does he really need... Yes, he does. Yes, he does, because Bone Shaker exists, and I want people failing their saving throws. And religion and perception, beautiful, easy level up. But we do get to mess with his spell book real quick, as we have another first level spell. Gonna go ahead and give him an inflict light wounds for Jathal, and we get a third second level spell, which should probably be inflict moderate wounds. Alternatively, we could just pack another bull strength for additional buffing between rests. I think I'm going to do that. And our final level up is Jarell. Similarly, it's a spellcaster. It's not going to change much, but we will go ahead and bump up. There's the question. Do we care about having higher intelligence? Yeah, we'll eventually want to start casting things that have spell DCs, so we will want people failing saving throws. I know most of our spells right now are summoning, and we're not interacting directly with the enemies much, but that will change in the future. This isn't going to matter too much, but I think having summon small elemental could be helpful in niche situation, although no, Harem already has it, but he doesn't have augment summon. Yeah, I'll take that. And then, what else? What other... Do we have any good conjuration? Glitter dust? Is that good in this game? So, it's 4 rounds of blind, which would make creatures flat-footed. If they can be blinded, I believe that does inflict the flat-footed condition, so they can't use dexterity. That's... We'll take it. We'll take glitter dust. And then I could take acid arrow, but I think the truth of the matter is all my second-level spells are going to be these 3. It's going to be tough to even take glitter dust, giving up summon monster and stone call. I think I will take... Could just take blindness as well. Blindness is probably better. If we take blindness and glitter dust, we will have both options. I think I'm just going to take normal blindness, because glitter dust can affect our allies as well. Plus, glitter dust is only 4 rounds. Blindness is permanent. And finally, we'll take Scorching Ray. Well, maybe a Molten Orb instead. Because Scorching Ray scales with caster level. So, like, this will always be a second-level spell. Yeah, we'll take Scorching Ray, because it's always going to be good. You know, it's going to be a second-level spell, but once we're character level 7, it's going to be dealing 8d6 damage, which could be huge. It'll be really nice for taking out enemies in the back line. I mean, I guess there's also Acid Arrow, but I feel like Scorching Ray just does way more damage. This is at level 7, this will be dealing 8d6. At level 7... this will be dealing 4d4. Sorry, 6d4. So yeah, 6d4 Acid Arrow versus 8d6 Scorching Ray. They're both rolls to hit, and there's no saving throw, so my conjuration specialization doesn't really help here. So, yeah, we'll take Scorching Ray. Boom. We're good. Honestly...
A rest would be welcome.
Yeah, I know you're tired. Stop complaining. God! We're going to go ahead, we can take another spell here. I'm going to remove one of my summon monster ones, because they're just not that useful anymore. We are going to take, we can take Magic Missile, we can take Sleep, and let's take a Grease. Oh, Grease especially. You know what, let's just take both Grease. Grease is Conjuration, I forgot about that. We haven't used Grease enough lately. And I think we're just going to take another, we already have 2 summon monster 2s. Let's take, I'll take a Blindness. Why not? Let's take a Blindness. Let's take Blindness for a spin. All right. Honestly, didn't take quite as long as I thought. I think we are good to keep running through here Because we got more of this area to explore. This looks like a camp. Are there dudes here? Because this isn't our camp, you know? Know what I'm saying?
Applause,
Not exactly
please.
our camp, but
How curious.
it's mine now. Holy cow! There's no one here.
Hello there.
Oh, there's a wolf there.
Applause, please.
Hey, Miri.
Here I am. See
Murder! Bonk. Look at that 12 damage. Oh my god!
Would be welcome.
That's why we take sneak attack. Those weren't critical hits. Those weren't anything. Those were just...
Anything else?
Oh my god. I love sneak attack on characters who shouldn't have sneak attack. We got a short spear +1. I don't think that's useful for anybody. It's a simple weapon. It is one-handed. I think that's technically better than your mace. It's 1 less minimum, 1 less maximum. Yeah, I think, you know what, yeah. Yeah, Harv, use the short spear. Does it have reach? It doesn't have reach, unfortunately. But I like this. It's cool. He's like a little, it's like a little Spartan. What else is up here? Are there more trappy dudes? There's another Bogard. Hey, Miri. Do it again!
Scared?
Do it again! BAM! Wham! Thank you, ma'am! I mean, he's just dead. He's just dead. Yeah, I know you're tired, Jarell. Calm down. We're murdering people. You can sleep when they're dead. This is going very well. I'm very happy with this. It's amazing how easy fights are
Done with
when they're
waiting.
just 6 versus 1. BAM! BAM! You're just dead. Wham! Oh, there's that 31 damage crit from Jaethal. Oh, I can't wait until we get improved critical on Jaethal. But even though I haven't decided if I'm going to keep her yet.
Applause,
I don't know. I really can't tell.
Forwards.
I'm tempted to let y'all decide. Oh, is that it? It's just some stuff here. Just that short spear and nothing else. Okay. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think,
I will guide
yes, keep Jaethal? Or no, there's better companions? Because there's 2 companions that we can get right now that I haven't yet. And I plan to use at least one of them. Maybe. I don't know. I still haven't decided. I'm so back and forth on what companions I actually want to use. So, I don't know. We'll decide. There'll be a certain point in the game when it'll be easier to decide who we actually want. And once we get there, that's when we'll make our final decision.
Sometimes I try to imagine what it's like to be like you. A knight in shining armor and the Queen of Hearts, all rolled into one. Your life is like a novel.
From a distance, it looks like a blessing, does it not?
Ooh, we got some character development. Valerie's sad. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's go ahead and check out these endless plains. Fair warning. Don't come here at level 1 or 2. Just don't. However, I'm feeling confident. There's a bunch, you know, your first warning is you get here, there's a dead orc, there's dead kobolds everywhere. The world is kind of saying, hey, watch yourself here. We're just gonna go ahead and buff all up here, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no. I'm throwing everything down here, you know? We can turn this on in advance. We can turn. Yeah, thank you to the commenter who told me I can turn things like rage and stuff on in advance without it counting down against my turns left. Where is it? Where are you? This is the biggest beginner's trap in the entire game. Hey. And you can't even get like you can't even sneak up on it. You can't cheese this fight early. We're gonna go ahead and start our summoning. Yeah, start summoning. Go ahead and open with a bone shaker. Let's do it. Mess them up, guys. Nice sneak attack right off the bat. Huge. Oh, crit for 19. We got the bone shaker for 8. Let's go. It's already dead. Let's go. That was so good. Oh my god! Manta what? Who? Let's go. Get out of here. And we even got the Manticore pelt. Huge. And now we can take all the free stuff, like a belt of dexterity +2. Don't mind if I give that to... Who should have the belt of dexterity +2? Lindsay, absolutely +10 to hit. Huge.
Everywhere I go, a pole hangs over everything.
It only hit us one time.
People say it was better before I arrived.
That was amazing. Absolutely. I've never had the Manticore go that simple. That's supposed to be like a sizable mini, like optional mini boss. Let's go. You know, I mean, you saw it. It had the intro cutscene where like flies out and whips its tail and everything. Wow. Let's go. Ooh, we got some stuff. We got a wand of grease and a scimitar +1. All right, that wand of grease might be useful. We can give that, you know what, let's give that to Valerie. Valerie has used magic device. If Valerie ever needs to, Valerie can throw down this. It's, what's the caster level? Only 1, but still a minute of grease is great. But that is gonna be it for this episode of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This went way too well. I think the game felt bad that I struggled so much with the tremendous centipede and the frogs. So it's like, you know what? Here. You're buffed up. You're doing things right. Just go ahead. Take this free win. You deserve it. So thank you, game. Thank you. And thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next upload. That's it from me. Until next time. Later!